Katie Price has deactivated her Depop after fans were reportedly left upset they didn't receive items they bought. The former glamour model, 43, has been using the site to sell her old clothes for months but now appears to have wiped her account. According to the Mirror, Katie received mostly positive reviews from buyers, however a few left one-star reviews, claiming they never received their clothing. One user wrote, "Did not receive my item or a refund despite lots of messages to the seller and them promising me a refund. Very disappointed considering how much I've bought in the last of them. Not happy." Another said, "Never received item, never replied to messages, account closed, Depop useless, has to take case out through PayPal." Another disgruntled buyer added, "Never received the item and received no reply from seller when attempting to sort issue out." Katie joined the site at the end of 2020 and has sold 2,118 items to date, however she is no longer selling. Her page now has no profile picture and simply says @official Katie Depop isn't selling anything yet. Check back later. Katie was also accused of selling damaged items to fans, including a pair of Valentino heels she sold for £150. The buyer left an unimpressed review, writing, "Received today and they are wrecked. So disappointed at false description. Dishonest." Another fan who bought a £12 t-shirt said it arrived stained. "I've just received my item and it wasn't stated in the description that it has a rather big black circle stain and 3 smaller black stains on the back of it." Mail Online has contacted representatives for Katie Price for comment. It comes after Katie launched a scathing attack on her ex-husband Peter and wife Emily over the weekend. Katie branded her a disgusting person, in a now-deleted Instagram story just days before Emily appeared on Loose Women to discuss her new book. Sources have told The Sun that the real reason behind Katie's blistering tirade is because she was feeling jealous of Emily ahead of her TV appearance on Loose, which she used to regularly appear on for 2 years until 2019. Emily is stepmother to Katie's children Junior, 16, and Princess, 14, whom she shares with her ex-husband Peter, and often shares insights into their blended family, but she avoided mentioning her stepchildren by name on the show. Katie launched into a blistering outburst which she shared to her story on Sunday, alongside the cover of a magazine which Emily gave an interview to about parenting in a blended family. An enraged Katie made a series of allegations throughout the post, including a claim that Emily prevented her daughter Princess from visiting her during her rehab stint at the Priory. During her appearance on Loose Women, Emily did not mention Katie's tirade and also did not mention her 2 children by name during her time on the show. She went on to discuss her new book, which she says aims to help young girls guide through puberty and all of the tricky questions they may have. Emily told the panel, "It's a funny thought when you think all adults have gone through puberty, but it's still awkward to talk about. I thought maybe this would be a good thing to write about. I'm so excited. I can't believe I've written a book. Some teenagers just don't want to talk about it, but there are some who have genuine questions they want answered, and I answer them in the book. I was lucky, both of my parents being doctors. I was able to ask them some of those questions. The thing I really struggled with was acne. I had quite bad acne and braces. I was quite a late bloomer. All my friends went through puberty earlier than me. I was like, what's wrong with me? Luckily I had my mum and dad to reassure me, but there might be lots of kids who don't have that reassurance. Admitting she hopes her children come to her in the future, she said, "Yeah, I hope so. I hope they feel able to approach me with questions." What my mum said to me, if the child is brave enough to come to you with a question, be brave enough to give them an honest answer. Katie's post began, "My mouth has been shut for so long, but I've had enough of people selling stories on me, and particularly this so-called woman at dr_Emily_official. Always said I don't want to be famous, yet doesn't do too bad to stay away from media and TV, and now trying to make a career out of it. So cringe, she has used my children to make money in photo shoots, yet covers her own children's faces up." The mother of 5 proceeded her rant by calling Emily two-faced and accusing her of putting her down. Katie went on to claim that Emily stopped her daughter from seeing her while she completed a court-appointed stint in the Priory last year after driving while banned, drunk and high on cocaine. Katie continued, "She claims to be a doctor who clearly doesn't have a clue about mental health. And stopped my daughter from visiting me at the Priory when she wanted to see her mum. She is so jealous of my relationship I have with Princess and puts me down. Emily, you are not and never will be my kid's parent, so mind your own business. You're so two-faced and definitely not the person you portray to the public. I think you're a disgusting person, so stop trying to interfere in my life." A representative for Emily declined to comment at the time, and a spokesperson for Katie was also being contacted. A source has suggested that Katie's rant was fueled by jealousy that Mum of Two was appearing on Loose, which Katie was previously a panelist on. They told The Sun said, "Seeing your ex's new wife appearing on your old show might hurt, but this is just jealousy, and it shouldn't be an excuse for such a vile attack." The insider added, "The claims she made are not just so cruel but totally untrue. Emily would never stand in the way of Princess seeing her mum. Looking after another person's children is never easy, and she has been very careful to be respectful of Katie and has never once so much as spoken about her publicly." Katie's ex-husband Peter Andre married Emily in 2015 and they share Amelia, 8 and Theodore, 5. Peter and Katie co-parent Junior and Princess. They got married in 2005 after meeting on I'm a Celebrity, but divorced in 2009. Emily was keeping Katie's scathing post at bay on Sunday evening as she celebrated Amelia's 8th birthday with a sweet post. Alongside a snap of her daughter jumping on a trampoline, she penned, "Such an amazing party for Millie at Airhop Guildford, sick. I think the kids will definitely sleep well tonight." I felt knackered just watching. Sick. Happy birthday lovely girl XXX at Peter Andre. In Emily's interview with Closer, she gave an insight into the blended family life she shares with husband Peter. In a new interview, she tells how she tries to keep things consistent for her and Pete's children as well, Princess and Junior. Speaking to the magazine, Emily told how she prefers to leave the disciplining of her stepchildren to Peter so as not to overstep the boundaries as a stepmom. While the medic admits to feeling more like a big sister to the teenagers. Detailing their parenting strategy, Emily explained, I tend to leave the disciplining up to Pete and often I feel like a big sister, which works really well for us. The beauty also explained the importance of all the children having a strict routine so that their home is safe space, as she added, I think routine helps kids feel safe in the structure. I try to keep things consistent for them as much as I can. Katie's outburst comes after it was revealed that she will not face any further action for her drink and drug-fueled car crash after disappointed police admitted there were no legal grounds to launch an appeal. Katie was handed a 16-week suspended sentence and 2-year driving ban for flipping her uninsured BMW X5 into a hedge while disqualified and under the influence on a country lane near her home in West Sussex on September 28. Sussex police chiefs told The Sun they wanted to appeal the sentence, which came after a judge told the media personality she deserved to spend Christmas behind bars after committing her 9th motoring offense. Following a review, the police admitted, there are no legal grounds to launch an appeal. A Force spokesman added, this is disappointing. Mail Online has reached out to Sussex Police for comment. Last week, she also vowed to make 2022 a year of no drama. Speaking on Good Morning Britain, the former glamour model insisted her woes were behind her after she narrowly avoided jail last month. Appearing via video link alongside son Harvey, 19, she was probed about nearly ending up in jail for her latest arrest, to which she said, the events were really traumatic. It's been traumatic after, so I'm not ready to talk about it yet. But what I will say is that I went to the Priory and I've made the decision finally to see a therapist every week, forever, to deal with the traumatic events that led me to getting into that car. I'm very good at hiding things, but when I'm ready to talk about it then I will come on to talk. There's reasons why I got in that car and my mental state, but when I'm ready I will. I feel ashamed about it all. There are reasons that I am still dealing with now. It's a new year but I'm still dealing with it. People shouldn't judge people, there's always reasons for things. Katie escaped with a suspended prison sentence because she complied with a requirement to attend the £6,800 a week rehab centre, despite going out shopping while staying at the facility. Following her court appearance, Katie released a statement saying she is incredibly sorry and sincerely grateful nobody was hurt. Now Katie has vowed to move on with her life, and looking ahead to the rest of the year, as she said on GMB, 2022 is my year, 22 is my lucky number. My birthday. the main box on Deal or No Deal. This has to be my year of no dramas. Drink driving campaigners said they were gobsmacked by the unbelievable sentence, but the judge said Katie would avoid going to jail because she completed a stint at celebrity rehab clinic The Priory and stayed out of trouble. John Scrubby, a trustee of the Campaign Against Drink Driving charity, told Mail Online the sentencing was another case of a celebrity twisting the rules to escape justice, adding the average person facing drink driving charges cannot afford to go to a £6,000 a week rehab centre. He also accused the reality star of trying to play the victim in a case where she is only a victim of her own stupidity and selfishness. Following her court appearance, Katie issued a groveling apology and said she realized the damage my actions could have caused. She added, "I would like to thank my family, my children, my mum, dad, sister, brother, my partner Carl, Lee, and my friends who have supported me throughout these past few months. It's been a really difficult time and I'm incredibly sorry for my actions. I'm sincerely grateful nobody was hurt. I realize the damage my actions could have caused not only to another family, but to my own as well. I'm now spending time getting better. Mental health is a hidden illness and can strike at any time. The triggers that cause my anxiety and behavior are something I'm trying to understand, come to terms with, and learn to control moving forward. This will be a long process for myself and something I'll continue to work on for the rest of my life. It's also something I can work on with my family so we can progress on a new chapter.